I'm sure I probably don't even have to ask, but I'm going to ask because I do this. How many of you actually seen the movie Fruitvale Station? You know, thank you for supporting the movie, really from our heart. And if you haven't seen the movie, you know, I just suggest that you see the movie because it speaks directly to the humanity that we have, especially our black and brown young men in our community. How many of you don't know who Oscar Grant is? Okay. So I know the audience I'm speaking to. So we're all familiar with who Oscar Grant is. We all know the story, so I don't have to talk about what happened on January 1st of 2009 at 2:11 a.m. in the morning. Have you all seen the video? Okay. So we all understand that. The piece that you don't know about was what happened in the courtroom, so I'm going to give you a little inside view on that and then talk about a little bit about what I've done and how critical this is. We are at a state of emergency. This is not about me. It is all about you youth that are in this room. But even more so, it is about your babies.
That's right.
Because if you fail to hear what we're saying and stand up to change what we see in this society today to be the total irregard for life specifically, but not just only black and brown men, you fail your children or your future generation. Because if we got it bad now, think about it. If we got it bad right now, think about what you're seeing across the state.
The world.
The world. Mm-hmm. If we got it bad now, what kind of life will they have? So we have an obligation to speak on their behalf. I apologize to you, being a man that was born in the 50s, having some experience and seeing the issues that took place in the struggle, but yet at the same time when crack was dropped in the neighborhood in the 80s, we disconnected what the struggle was all about.
Got tricked.
And many of us didn't take responsibility of our cousin or a brother or auntie's children that was in a household full of dope. And so those babies had, as you know, had to learn to fend for themselves. And because they lost that disconnect, they knew it was all about the survival of the fittest. It's about, I got to get mine today because I might not make it tomorrow.
Okay. And
so we develop a viciousness within our society today that's totally disconnected about what happened with the struggle. So I say all that to say, we see how critical in what state we're at. The black man and brown man is being criminalized and dehumanized all across this United States. And we got to bring back to this society that life matters. Black life matters. Latino life matters.
All life.
All life matters.
That's right.
And the only way that's going to change is that we see what time it is and how critical of the state that we're in and how you can actually be a part of making that change become a reality. You know, my wife talked about a lot of love. We created the foundation called Love Not Blood Campaign. You know, because we know the true essence of bringing us back is going to take love. We have to really develop the empathy to walk in someone's shoes that don't look like you, that might not have the experiences that you have or facing challenges in your life. You can put yourself in their shoes. You can put yourself in Oscar's shoes and imagine him being your brother, your uncle, your cousin, your friend. How would you feel? Many of you don't know Oscar personally like I do. Here I go. I get a little emotional when I think about going back in time and the relationship we had because it's real serious to me. What happened to him? So I'm going to throw it off a little bit right now so that we just kind of regather myself. But, you know, truthfully, you know, I'm just overwhelmed and excited and emotional because all of you are here so that we can share our story, but also to plant seeds in you so that you can, you know, stand. I'm going to share this quick story, then we're going to get busy. But, you know, and I always share this because Rosa Parks means so much to me today because of what I realized happened to her. She was at a meeting similar to this. They were talking about Emmett Till, and we all know who Emmett Till is.
As do they.
Yeah. Let me ask you. We all are familiar who. If you don't know who Emmett Till is, raise your hand. Okay.
Also, we got one.
Read about Emmett Till so you can get the gist of what I'm saying. It's critical that you know a little bit about our history. This is our culture, the U.S. history. Emmett Till, as you know, was murdered. His body was thrown in the Tallahassee River. Mama allowed the world to see what happened to him. It's that ugly face that you might see somewhere in a book about this young man that was killed by going down to Mississippi and supposedly whistling at a white woman and what happened to him. But anyway, it was the catalyst of the civil rights movement because Rosa Parks, when she was asked to get up out of her seat, she had a flash of Emmett Till's face and felt that she would not get up because of that. And that's what I talk about. Hopefully a seed is planted in us. That at some point you say to yourself, you know what, this is wrong. This is wrong. That young man over there, I'm watching, I'm pulling my camera out. I'm going to videotape this because something goes sour with this. I'm going to at least try to get this to the family, to the attorney, because I'm telling you, we are clear that had not you did that for us, none of us would know who Oscar Grant is today. He'd just be another black man murdered.
That's right.
He assumed he did something wrong. So we are indefinitely indebted to you as a community. And so I go everywhere I can to share how important it is that we hold our cameras, stand at a safe place, and record what's happening. So anyhow, as Tony said, I've been with many of the families across this country, even here in the state of California. You know, and this is what we do. We embrace families. We love families. We stand with families. We cry with families. We pray with families. We go back and forth to court with families. Because you did that for us. We were voiceless. But had the community not stood with us, prayed with us, cried with us, went back and forth to court with us, and most importantly, spoke to that issue, spoke to that wrong that you saw, we wouldn't have been able to do this. So really give yourselves a round of applause.
Yeah.
Because that is the reason why we got the first officer in the state of California charged, arrested, convicted, and sent to jail.
Now you should cry for that.
The first and the only. But it took all of us to do that. We all spoke to that issue. And if we continue to speak to that issue on a national basis, we'll stop this madness. We'll stop this madness. So, if I can work this thing, I'd like to show you a video that's called Caught on Tape, MSNBC. How many of you seen that called Caught on Tape with the Oscar Grant episode? Oh, nobody. Okay, this is good. It kind of gives you a little background.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. You're so kind. I'm good.
If somebody can hit the mic.